Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Here we are, $3.04 right now on the 1 hour time frame. We're going to start off on the 1 hour. You've got this little downtrend in your RSI, and that's okay, right? Whatever. Little bit of a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, sure. You probably do get into your oversold zone. I doubt with getting into the oversold zone, rejecting the 50, I doubt that you just start moving up from here. I would expect you get into the oversold zone. With that being said, that, on the RSI, if the expectation is to go down, if in the face of an expected move down, you actually show bullish signs, that could be good, right? In other words, if you do stuff like this where you kind of reject the 50 a bunch of times, but you're holding higher lows, that would make me think, and then also you're breaking out of your downtrend too, that would make me think that you are getting ready for your next move up, and you probably don't move down too dramatically. But even with this, I don't think you move down too dramatically. I really don't. But I do think you move down, right? We're on Binance here. Is this a worthy? Hold on now. Let's do USDT. There we go. Let's take, maybe we'll just take that low to high there. Yeah, low here, high there. Making sure. Yep, there we go. Okay, so all you've done so far is find support on your 382, and you looked like you wanted to go higher, but you just didn't do it. I'm actually surprised you didn't go higher, but it's probably because Bitcoin went down, right? You're back testing your 236 for resistance. You've already found support on your 382 and kind of in this area twice or once at least. The odds are that you probably do go below the 382. Oftentimes the 382 is not a second or third chance kind of thing. It's a one and done kind of thing. So likely when you break the 382, oftentimes you hit the 61869 area, which is at about $2.85 to $2.81. But I will say a lot of cryptos have been finding support on their 0.5s. A lot of them. For whatever reason, it's the flavor of the week. It's the flavor of the season. I don't know why, but this is not a normal thing that I would call for, but I'm going to call for you to go to 292. On top of this being the kind of not normal, but normal thing as of late in crypto, bouncing off your 0.5, your relative 0.5 areas, going from your 382 to above your 236, again, that to me is a bullish signal. You should have gone higher, but I think because Bitcoin wasn't ready to move, or for whatever reason, who knows, right? You sold off. Having a kind of irregular but yet bullish bounce off this 382 might make for an irregular drop. Instead of going to the full bearish extent, you bounce at the next area above it. Who knows? Anything can happen. You could go all the way down to your 786, 886 zone. Genuinely, XRP could go all the way down to $2.71, and it would be fine. It'd be fine. It could double bottom. It'd be fine. As long as you're not closing below $2.71, I'm not worried about you. Okay, so you got a lot of leeway. But odds are, looking at the 1 hour time frame, these RSIs, they can't go below zero, right? Whenever you start getting in your oversold zone and you're in these trends like this, you can't really go in this trend forever, right? So odds are you either have one more drop or probably two more, not probably, I should say one more drop or maybe two more drops at the most. You bottom out in an area you bottomed out last time, and then you break this downtrend. You're getting into the overbought zone, right? Things that lead to more bullish proceedings afterwards. So a little bit lower is all I'm trying to say. 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour would agree, I think. I think it would agree. You bounced off your 40 on this close here, but you got no follow through. In fact, you wicked and then came back down. That's very indicative that you probably go a little bit lower. Daily time frame. It just almost seems like XRP is in this same, obviously it is in this same consolidation phase it's been just all the way up here. Hold on. Daily RSI. You could go a little bit lower. It doesn't look too bad. I like the daily. I really do like the daily, but you could go a little bit lower. Maybe at the 50 bounce there. 3 day time frame. 3 day looks very bullish. Also suggests that you could go a little bit lower, right? Higher lows here. You've got a lot of grace there, but I don't think you go all the way down to that line. And then let's look at the weekly real quick. Yeah. You know what? You would not want to close this week red. You would not want to close this week red. So that's good. It's actually good that the 1 hour we started with that, because this, in order to fully develop this downtrend, or at least come to the end of it, that's going to end. Even if we went all the way down as low as we could, that's on Sunday here, right? Like that would be Sunday this week, and then what we break out. But I don't even think we go to that low extent, right? It probably, this move, you probably break out of this either today or tomorrow, right? Either today or tomorrow. And in that breakout, because you're only down this week, you're not even down, actually, sorry, you're up 0.6%. Whenever you break out of that on an hourly time frame, you start moving up, you probably close the week around here. It would be nice. All I'm trying to say, I'm getting distracted, is it would be nice if this week closed green. Because if it closes red, then you have bearish divergence. You don't want that. Yes, you have a high here. Yes, it's a lower high. And then you have prices that are higher highs. I get it. It's bearish divergence. It looks like bearish divergence. But the way bearish divergence works, if you want to be very technical with it, is it's not actually there until you have a red week, until you have confirmation, right? Because until then, as long as you're getting, even if they're wimpy weeks like this, as long as you're getting green week after green week, this RSI will only continue to grow, and in which case it's not diverging yet. It's an incomplete move. It's preemptive to call this divergence, right? You can assume, because it has that look, but if anything, the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames tell me that you're very near your low. You probably go a little bit lower, and then you're going to move up higher. So let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll end the video, right? XRP, USD, we're going to look at you on, nope, not that. Look at this here. Then we're going to zoom out. Actually, we're zoomed out basically as much as we could be. From a high here to a low there. Whenever you do break out, you're going to be breaking out to new all-time highs. This will likely lead to a very explosive move, okay, for XRP. Your minimum target is $8.37 by the way of this fib here. And then I wouldn't say your maximum target is here, but that might be like end of cycle stuff. Maybe your maximum target is around here. It's possible. But that was our 2 cycles ago high to low fib, okay? I like this as a minimum target for this range, or maybe even an expected target for this range. But from a high to a low of our last cycle, which is more relative, right? It's more relative to this here. Relevant is probably a better word. The 1.618, the golden ratio here, is at about $5. And nope, that's not right. I'm like, that's not the right number. There we go, at the low there. It's at $6.41. That's the right number, $6.41. And I like that as kind of an expected move as well. But if you do go above the 618, generally speaking, when you go above the 1.618, the golden ratio here, you hit the 1.886 to the 200, which the 200 is the maximum of this zone, which is also the maximum of this zone here in the quote-unquote expected area. So just refreshing ourselves. I know I go over this in basically every XRP video, but I want to keep it fresh in our heads until the targets change, and there's no reason to change the targets now. In my opinion, 641 is the minimum target you achieve. $8.37 could be a likely target. And then I think $11 to $13, that's your maximum moon boy bullish calls for the end of February, end of March. I expect this move to develop starting over the coming week, over the coming days. I think you're going to start developing higher prices, getting above $3.30, getting to new all-time highs. And then by the end of February, if not sometime in March, very early March, I would expect that you're at these prices between $6.40 to $8.37. Maybe as high as $11, maybe. I do accept it. I really do accept a lot more than I did whenever it was November or December. But I'm truthfully, I think I would expect something higher than this, not something higher than this. Okay, 641 to 840. That's my best call. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I want to real quick actually say one thing. $8.36. I said you probably don't go above there. If you went above there by like 10 cents, that's fine. Okay, that if you go above there by like 10 cents, that doesn't mean that you're going to go to this level. Okay, just when I say you're not going to go above here, I mean I don't think you go too much above there. I accept that you could. I really do accept that you could, but my expected area would be something between this number and this number, not too much higher than that number. Okay. Anyways, that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.